All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be dialing in from. My name is J. Joshua Beisel, president of JubiRev, Jubi Max. I want to welcome each and every one of you out here to a very exciting Saturday business briefing followed by training for JubiRev, Jubi Max. Folks, as I see you are joining on the line, go ahead and let me know your name, where you're calling in from. And by the way, let's go ahead and get some point totals. Anybody out here on today's call have some Jubi points? How many Jubi points do you have? From just a few to a whole lot. Let's see if we can't give you some recognition here today. So folks, if you're out here on today's call, go ahead and type in the amount of Jubi points that you have so far. Folks, this is a really powerful company that we have. We have an amazing team here, and there is an incredible amount of positive energy. So if you are here today as a guest and you're just checking us out and you want to see if JubiRev, Jubi Max has what you're looking for, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur online and offline, well then folks, let me tell you, you are absolutely in for a very big treat here today. Let's go ahead and see who's weighing in here for points, folks. We've got 32 points. Congratulations. Really doing a great job out there. Thank you so much for your help. 747, great job, doing fantastic. Keep up the great work. 7,000 Jubi points. Wow, that is fantastic. 3,105, welcome to the call. 2,705, welcome to the call. 1,379, welcome to the call. 109, great job. Keep going. We've got 69 Jubi points, fantastic. 400, 1,350. And we've got 401. My God, I can't even read the screen. It's fantastic. We've got 22. We've got somebody here brand new, no points yet. Well, folks, we're going to show you how to get points, how to get more points. We're going to show you how to do that on this call. So you are on the right call. Make no mistake about it. 1,973. Welcome to the call. Let's see. Anne-Marie, fantastic. Great to have you on the call. Whoa, who is this? 15,000 Jubi points. Wow. 4,100. 346, fantastic. Folks, I won't even have time here on today's call to go through all of them. We have so many people out here on the call. I want to welcome all of you. I'm going to go through and just try to do a couple of quick introductions. They're coming in. Danny, how are you doing? Fantastic. We've got Deborah on the line. We've got John in Nashville. We've got Larry and Sharon from Arizona. Welcome to the call. Cynthia from Maryland. Welcome to the call. We have Anne-Marie from Massachusetts. Dawn, welcome. Mark, Dallas. Fantastic. Folks, I really wish I had the time here today to welcome each and every one of you personally. But let's go ahead and get this call started. Folks, this is going to be a very unique call, probably different from most of the calls that you have an opportunity to attend, and that's okay. Here's what I'm going to do on today's call. It is Saturday. It is April 13th, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to share with you why myself and so many leaders around the globe are fired up and excited about JubiRev, Jubi Max. Now, this call, the next 20 minutes or so, is really going to be directed at those of you that are guests here on today's call. So if you're a guest here on today's call, maybe you're a successful leader at another company, maybe you're looking for a place to call home, maybe you're brand new, and somebody shared this with you and you said, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. I don't know if I'm good at that kind of thing, but I'll give it a try. Well, wherever you are around the globe, whatever your situation, let me tell you, you are now at the right place at the right time. Because over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you an amazing business that is changing lives. One of the reasons why we've had so much amazing success is because we have a business that works for everyone. We have a company that is absolutely fair and will give all of you an opportunity to begin achieving your goals. So before I go ahead and jump in here, folks, anybody out here on today's call fired up and excited? Anybody out here on today's call fired up and excited about JubiRev, Jubi Max? If you are, grab your little keyboard, type in a Y, because I got to tell you, folks, we have amazing energy here over at JubiRev, Jubi Max. More than just a company, we are truly a movement. And I, again, want to welcome each and every one of you out here to the call. So, folks, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this call is being recorded. So, for those of you that would like to share this with your team, for those of you that would like to have an opportunity to maybe rewatch it, go back over parts of the training, these calls are recorded, and we're going to make sure that you've got access to all of the training and information that you need. For those of you that are guests here on today's call, a couple of quick things. And I really want to make sure that you can take a few moments and actually get to know me, because we here at JubiRev, JubiMax, we are a company with a category creating compensation plan. We are, in fact, a category creating company. And if you're a guest here on today's call, I want you to understand that not only are you at the right place at the right time, but you are right here today. You are, for the very first time perhaps, positioned where you can begin to affect major change in your life. So if you're here today as a guest, I want you to consider something. Somebody actually invited you out here, and that person believes in you. That person believes that you deserve to have success. That person believes that you can be successful. So do me a favor. At the end of this webinar, make sure that you get back in touch with the person who brought you out here and thank them. Make sure that you ask them any questions and go ahead and get started here with JubiRev, JubiMax. But a little bit about me, folks, as the president of the company. Not my favorite part of the call. I'm not big on, bragging. I'm not big on telling people all the powerful things that I've been really blessed to have an opportunity to participate in. But I do think it's important that you understand a little bit about me, because I want you to join my team. And so here today, I'm actually applying for the job as your leader and mentor, and hopefully a marketing partner, so that you and I can go out and build some real business together. I am one of the world's top attraction marketers. I've been a featured expert in one of the top selling books on the subject, which is available on Amazon.com, also available in Barnes & Noble. I am also the CEO and founder of the world's largest independent call center for network marketers around the globe. Now, why is that important? Well, the reason why it's important is because I want you to understand that at JubiRev, JubiMax, we have a solid foundation. Now, my other company has been in business for 4 years, and that company has an A rating with the BBB, and it is a multi-million-dollar global debt-free marketing company. Now, I believe that what we're going to do here together as a team with JubiRev, JubiMax will eclipse that, will exceed that in every possible way. And that is exactly what I'm inviting all of you here on today's call to be a part of. Let's talk a little bit about our vision here, folks, because this is important. Some of you that are here on today's call that have been here with us for a while, you see this on all the webinars, and you might be asking yourself, why is it, Jay Joshua, that you cover the same information on every single one of those webinars? Well, that's a great question. I'm going to answer that for you now. You see, part of being successful is having a vision. One vision that I read about in defining leadership is the ability to share with other people your vision and invite them successfully to help you bring that vision into reality. Now, there's no doubt that we have the leadership here at JubiRev, JubiMax, because we now have tens and tens of thousands of you here that are all out marching every day, helping us build our incredible company and bring this vision into reality. Let's read this vision here, folks. Our vision is to spark a global economic movement and lead the revenue sharing revolution while empowering people around the globe to look good, feel good, and live good. That is exactly why you're here today, folks. That is the vision that we are all working towards here at JubiRev, JubiMax. In fact, towards the end of this call, I'm going to share with you a couple of things. I'm going to share with you why we here at JubiRev, JubiMax are so excited. I'm going to share with you exactly what it is that makes us special. In fact, towards the end of this call, you're going to actually discover why JubiMax is literally blowing through the barriers online. In fact, we here at JubiMax believe that we have solved the #1 challenge facing online e-commerce today. And I want you to understand something, folks. It is big, and today is your opportunity to actually join us and help bring that into reality. But if you're a guest here on today's call, and in fact, if you're a promoter here on today's call, I'm going to ask some questions, folks. Grab your little fingers there, get them next to the keyboard. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to interact. Anybody out here on today's call looking Anybody out here on today's call, just believe that there is something more out there that you were destined for that can be yours if you could just get to the right place at the right time. Are you looking for more wealth? Are you looking for more prosperity, more happiness, more time freedom, more freedom overall? If you are, then what I want to share with you here on this call is something that I truly believe is going to allow you to begin to achieve so much more. Now, this is an important question that I need to ask you, folks. If you lost your job or your income today, how long would it take you before you lost your car, your house, or your sanity? Now, I want you to think about that for just a moment. If you're here on today's call, if you're a guest, a promoter, maybe you're a leader here on today's call, maybe you've achieved some success in your personal life, and you say, well, Josh, I'm not really worried about, my income being gone and losing my things. Well, let me tell you, do you think that there are people around you who are struggling? Do you think that there are people around you in today's economy that are living in a precarious financial situation? The reality of it is, most people worldwide are not in a position of wealth. They are simply in a position of risk. Now, this is a sad statistic, but one that is very important for all of you to understand. By age 65, out of 100 people, only about 3 are financially independent. 7 are dead, and 90 are dependent on family or state. Now, why do I share that with you? I share that with you. It's not because I'm a sad person. It's not because I want to share with you a disappointing statistic. It's because I want you to understand that your goal, if you're a guest here on today's call, if you're a promoter here on today's call, if you're a leader here on today's call, your goal is to become one of those 3 people that are financially independent. Now, all of us working together, I believe that we can actually create even more prosperity, and it is absolutely my personal goal to help make at least maybe 4 or 5 people out of 100 have the opportunity to become financially independent. Now, whether or not all of us as a group have the ability to change that statistic, I don't know. But here's what I do know. I do know that if you create your own successful and profitable online home-based business, you have the very best chance of becoming one of those 3. And that's why you're here on today's call. Now, I also want you to understand something, folks. It's not just about the money. How many of you are working too hard? How many of you have too little time with family and friends? How many of you know that there has to be something more? I was talking with a client here on today's, not today, but I was actually talking with a client here it was actually about 5 weeks ago now. The world has been kind of a blur. It seems like just yesterday, but it was actually about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And he said something very profound. He said, you know what? He said, Josh, he said, really my goal is to be able to see more of my family in person than I do in photographs. And I said, wow. I said, wow, really? How many of you out here on today's call would like to have the ability to spend more time with your family in person than in photographs? How many of you would like to be able to achieve time freedom? Well, folks, let me tell you something. If you're working, and you're not getting ahead, you have to do something different. You've probably heard this for 20 or 30 years. One definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Folks, if you want something different, if you want more time freedom, if you want more financial freedom, you have to do something different. You have to become an agent of change in your own life, and we're going to share with you a system on how to do that. Now, I just quickly moved past a slide there with a picture of the hammock and the beach, and I want to make sure we have some good time here on today's call for some training, so I kind of slid past that. But I'm reminded of Seth Godin, one of the world's most profound business writers, who recently wrote, and I'm paraphrasing here, that never mind vacations, he said, why not create a life that you don't have to escape from? How many of you would like to make every day a vacation? How many of you would like to make every day a vacation? How many of you would like to go out and carve and craft a life that you don't have to escape from? Well, folks, we're going to talk a little bit more about vacationing here as we continue, because we have an amazing product that I think every one of you here on today's call, whether you're a guest or a promoter or a leader, we have a product that we need to talk about that can absolutely be life-changing. So we're going to cover that in a moment. But first, I want to share with you 2 questions Now, if you're looking at the screen here, folks, you notice these two questions. One, how do we create wealth and abundance for myself and my family? And two, nothing seems fair, but I just need to know how to get some time freedom in my life. If you're a guest or if you're a leader here on today's call or you're a promoter, do you see how these two questions are really profound? Do you see how these two questions are really part and parcel of why you're here on today's call? So let me ask you this. How many of you out here on today's call would like to discover a way to begin creating wealth and abundance for yourself and your family? Anybody out here on today's call ready to go ahead and learn how to begin creating wealth and abundance for yourself and your family? Anybody out here on today's call sick and tired of it being unfair? How many of you out here on today's call would like to discover the ways to creating more time freedom in your life? You know, one of the things that I've discovered is that it just seems like in corporate America and big companies, sometimes it's just the people at the top, you know, the fat cats in the ivory tower, as I like to call them. They're the ones making all the money, and it seems like there's not enough for the little guy, and that really is unfair. Here's what I want you to do, folks. I want you to pay close attention, because over the next couple of minutes, I'm actually going to share with you how digital entrepreneurs from around the globe are literally making hundreds and even thousands monthly, weekly, daily. Anybody out here on today's call ready for a daily paycheck? Monthly paycheck, weekly paycheck? Folks, we're going to show you how to do that. Now, a lot of people have been buzzing out there about a concept called net zero consumables. Folks, we have trademarked that, net zero consumables, and that aptly describes our product line. How many of you understand that if you go around marketing products and services that are too expensive, that people are really not in the market to buy, that it's going to be harder to actually be in business? How many of you understand that if you're marketing products and services that are too expensive or products and services people weren't buying, it's going to be difficult? Well, let's do this, folks. I want to interact because over the next probably about 8 or 9 questions, you're going to be able to decide for yourself whether or not you should be getting started here with JubiRev, Jubi Max. So let's go ahead and do this together. And again, if you're a guest here on today's call, if you're a promoter, if you're a leader, grab your little keyboard, type in the little questions box, and let's do some interacting here together. How many of you understand that, or how many of you would agree that you have at least a few neighbors, a few people that you work with that are spending from several $100s to several $1,000s a month on things? The grocery store, you know, the department store, you know, stuff for the garage. How many of you know that on every house on your block, in every apartment in your building, in every condo in your community, that there are people every day spending several $100s to several $1,000s a month, right? And you say, well, Josh, that's a silly rhetorical question. Not really. You see, let me ask you another question. What if there was a way for you to get paid every time your neighbor shopped? What if there was a way for you to get paid every time your neighbor shopped? Would that help you? You see, every single day, literally billions of dollars in commerce are happening all around you. What if there was a way for you to simply position yourself between those people who are shopping and your online shopping portal? What if there was a way to literally get a little piece of that pie every time people around you, people in your neighborhood, people in your community, people at work, people that you know, even people that you don't know? What if there was a way for you to get paid every time they went and shopped? Now, that is called transfer spending. That is called simply being smart, because if you can help people switch stores, and instead of buying products and services from where they're currently buying to buying them from you, you get paid. And if you're building a team, you get paid more. And if you're a promoter here at JubiRev, Jubi Max, well, we're not greedy. We're actually willing to share our success with all of you through our daily leadership bonus. That's where net zero consumables comes from. It simply means that we have products and services that effectively have no new cost to the budget of your customers. And that means if you can make them happy, you can keep those customers month in and month out. Now, folks, I want you to understand something right now. Net zero consumables really is important because it spans the hottest selling trends online. Combined, a multi-trillion-dollar group of industries from travel, beauty, weight loss, vitality, health, online shopping, and so much more. I want you to take a peek right here at the screen. It should be coming up. These are just some of our very unique and proprietary products and services that we offer here at JubiMax. Now, I want you to understand something. Our products are unique and our products are highly consumable. We have an amazing skincare line, an amazing, by the way, let me just ask you, any of you ladies out here like to look and feel about 10 years younger? Any ladies out here on today's call like to look and feel about 10 years younger? We have this amazing eye cream and face cream. It has 24 karat gold in it. This is a huge seller right now. It is just absolutely incredible. And we even have a nighttime peptide cream, which is all the rave right now out there. Absolutely fantastic. How many of you out here on today's call would like to lose an extra 10 or 15 pounds? Anybody out here on today's call like to lose an extra 10 or 15 pounds? We have an amazing weight loss line. We've got the Jubi Max Slim. We've got the Jubi Max Natural Protein Shake. It's absolutely incredible. Folks, let me tell you something. These products, and I'm just giving you the quick version here, but these products are literally flying off the shelves. At one point, when I was checking here this past week, we had new orders coming in about every 12 minutes. Now, I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you're looking to be a part of something at the very beginning, if you're looking to be in on the ground floor, it's not a big leap to say at some point we're going to go from an order every 12 minutes to an order every 12 seconds. And I want you to think about that for just a moment. Is that what you're looking for? Is that what you're looking to have an opportunity to do, to be a part of a fast-growing company that gives you an opportunity to literally position yourself ahead of the masses? Now, we also have an amazing travel product. We have an amazing, the Jubi Trainer product. So if you are marketing in areas of the world where shipping costs may be prohibitive, so again, if you're marketing in areas of the world where shipping costs may be prohibitive, we have an amazing line of no-cost shipping products. Now, these products are what we call digital delivery products. So like an example, our Jubi Vacations Resort Card, no cost for shipping, the Jubi Trainer. We have several new products that are coming online. We're going to be making some major announcements here over the next couple of weeks, folks. If you thought that we had peaked, you are absolutely wrong. You ain't seen nothing yet, folks. We have some amazing digital delivery, no-cost shipping products out there for our global contingent, and we also have our amazing physical delivery products, which people have been getting. There's YouTube videos out there, people getting their product in the mail. It's just absolutely incredible. But we have this amazing vacations product. Let me just ask you a question. Anybody out here on today's call think they deserve a vacation? Anybody out here on today's call think they deserve a vacation? How many of you would like to take an extra vacation or maybe an extra 2 vacations every single year? And when I ask that question, folks, especially like in a live audience, I'm going to get some people who say yes. But let me ask the question another way. If I could honestly show you a way to literally travel the world like the rich and famous for just pennies on the dollar, would that help you? How many of you would like to discover a way to literally get paid to travel the world? Folks, that's just one of the amazing products that we have. So if you said yes to that, if you would like to learn how to get paid to travel the world, if you would like to discover the secrets of the rich and famous and how they're literally traveling the globe for just pennies on the dollar, then if you said yes to this, folks, understand your prospects are going to say yes to this as well. Now, make no mistake about it, folks, the internet is absolutely booming. How many of you understand the internet is booming? You know, I remember hearing this about 10 years ago. I remember about 15 years ago. In fact, it was in 1996. I read a press release back in 1996 that said Progressive Insurance Company had just spent $100,000 to build a new e-commerce platform that would allow people to go and buy auto insurance online in 1996. And I remember saying the words, "That's really stupid." And I remember saying that there's no way that Progressive Insurance was going to be able to recoup a $100,000 investment in an e-commerce platform. Boy, was I wrong, folks. And let me tell you something, you know, it really comes down to one thing. If you want to be successful, you got to make smart decisions. You got to be smart, folks. The internet is absolutely booming. If you think that it's peaked, you're absolutely wrong, folks. The internet is growing every single day. Now, let me ask you this question. In fact, the statistics show that more and more people are literally shopping digitally than they are shopping in stores. That means every day a higher percentage of people, by percentage, are starting to shop online. Now, what does that mean? It means that the opportunity is endless for all of you. Let me ask you a question, folks, real simple question. How big of a slice of that multi-trillion-dollar pie do you want to carve out for yourself and your family? So if you want a little slice, I want you to type in LIL. If you want a big slice, I want you to type in BIG. Real simple, 3 letters. So if you're a guest here on today's call, you've probably never had a webinar quite like this. Maybe this is your first webinar. I don't know. But this is an important question. I'm not asking you to pull out your credit card. I'm not asking you to spend any money. I just want you to make a business decision right now. How big of a slice of that multi-trillion-dollar pie do you want to carve out for yourself and for your family? If you want a little one, type in LIL. If you want a big one, type in BIG. Folks, if you want big things, you have to expect big things. If you want big things, you have to do big things. And if you want big things, you need to be at the right place at the right time. I believe all of you can do all of that, but don't put your fingers away yet, folks. I've got a question here that you have to answer for me, and this is really important. This is the question, by the way. I know a lot of you sometimes type in and they say, hey, Jay Joshua, I was kind of hoping to come out for a training call, and instead I just got another chance to listen to your business briefing. Folks, this is the training, and I hope you understand that. If you're a leader here on today's call, if you're a promoter here on today's call, successful people do what other successful people are doing. So this is how we are building our business. This is a presentation you need to be giving on the phone, in person, on webinars, go to ground if you want to go out and build a massive business. Now, if you're just getting started, then don't worry. We have automated marketing systems. We have training that we're going to cover. And I got to tell you, we have something for everyone here. So understand that if you're taking the journey, that we are going to be here for you. So if you're just getting started, we got you covered. If you've been around for a while, we got you covered. At JubiRev, Jubi Max, we are the company that you've been looking for. So here's the question. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Let's do it. If I could honestly show you a way to place ads online, giving away free products and samples, and in exchange, you could get a slice of our company's daily revenues, would that help you? That's the question. It's that simple. Let me ask it again, because look, if you're here on today's call, you came all the way out here. I'm here anyway, folks. I'm here anyway. I'm the president of the company, so I'm here anyway. You came all the way out here. It's your choice. If you're going to be here on today's call, you spend another 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes with me, by golly, you might as well answer the question. So, don't be shy. Grab your keyboard, answer the question. If I could honestly show you a way to simply place ads online, giving away free products and samples, and in exchange, you could get a slice of our company's daily revenues, would that help you? Because that's what we have here at JubiRev, Jubi Max. Now, if you're a guest here on today's call, you might be going, whoa, that sounds pretty awesome, but I'm not sure if I can do all that. Don't worry, I'm going to be able to share that with you here in just a moment. Don't worry, I'm going to actually be able to chat with you and explain kind of how this can all work. But how many of you out here on today's call have seen the power of the revenue sharing model? How many of you out here on today's call have seen the power of the revenue sharing model? Now, for those of you who don't know, let me tell you a little bit about the revenue sharing model. The reason why it works is because it is the most fair compensation plan on the planet. I'm going to prove it to you here in just a moment. The reason why everybody is so excited about it is because with the revenue sharing model, average everyday people are changing their lifestyles in record time. That means that Joe Average can succeed. Susie Average can succeed. Okay. Now we have a hybrid compensation method. We have a category creating compensation plan that is completely unique, and no doubt you have never seen anything quite like it before. But let me tell you real quick why it works. I'm going to tell you a story of Judy. Judy was this amazing lady that I had an opportunity to actually work with. And Judy, this is what Judy said to me. She said, Josh, she says, I'm not a salesperson. And I said, okay. She said, Josh, I'm not a salesperson. I said, I know, you told me that. She said, no, Josh, you got to understand, I'm not a good salesperson. I said, okay, no problem. She said, Josh, I'm not a big recruiter. She says, I'm not a big recruiter. I'll do my best, but I'm not a big recruiter. And I said, okay. She said, no, Josh, you got to understand, I can't sell. I'm not a big recruiter. And I said, okay. She said, I'm not a big internet marketer. She said, I don't know how to go out and get millions of people to my website. And I said, okay. And she said, you understand those things? I said, yeah. And I said, well, Judy, are you willing to work? And she said, absolutely. She said, I'm going to attend all the company events and functions. I'm going to go through all the training that I can. I'm going to give it 100% effort every day. I'm willing to go out and place ads and do drop cards and do whatever it is that you tell me to go out and do. And Judy did all of those things. And, through her effort, she got a couple of people here and there. But again, what I learned about Judy over time is that Judy was not a salesperson. She was not a recruiter, and she was not an internet marketer. But the challenge is that Judy was working with another company. Judy wasn't with JubiMax. Judy was with a different company, and she was out building that company's brand every day. She was out advertising that company every day. She was out doing her part to help that company be great. And guess how much she got paid in the other company? Guess how much she got paid in the other company? Zero. And I don't think that's fair. She was advertising, she was promoting, she was building the brand, she was a team player, and her work actually affected getting a couple of customers in the door, but it wasn't enough to even get a paycheck. That's not fair. What we have here with JubiRev, Jubi Max is completely unique. I don't care if you're not a great salesperson. I don't care if you're not a great recruiter. I don't care if you know how to be a great internet marketer. You come here as part of JubiRev, Jubi Max. My job is to train you. And over the next few months and over the next few years as we work together, as long as you are committed to excellence and doing 100% your very best, following our step-by-step marketing systems, helping us go out and build our brand and promote, well, I'm willing to share our success with you through our daily leadership bonus pool. And it's so simple you can do it. I don't ever want to hear anybody say, well, I don't know if I can do that. You absolutely can do that. Here's how it works, folks. Look up here at the screen. See the promoters right here on the screen? See, when you get started here today, if you're a guest, you're going to want to get started with Jubi Max as one of our promoters. And we here at Jubi Max like to say team. Team stands for together, everyone achieves more. Now that phrase has been around for 20 years, folks. But I really believe that unlike other companies, we are in fact a team. T-E-A-M, together everyone achieves more. Folks, the more promoters promote, the more revenue that we have to share as a company, and we do share through our daily leadership bonus. Here's how it works. You as an independent promoter, you go out and you help us promote JubiMax. Very simple. You place ads, you give away virtual samples, you give away Jubi Bucks, and the more you go out and promote, giving away Jubi Bucks, giving away virtual samples, the more points you get. So your goal is to get more Jubi points. The more Jubi points you get, the bigger your share can be in our daily leadership bonus. Now, I made this slide right here that's coming up. I made this one, and I'm really proud of it because I made it myself. I'm sure that my team could have done a much better job, but I'm proud of this one because I made this one myself, okay? This slide, if you look at it right here, really gives you an awesome example of how it really works. It's really pretty simple, okay? If you want to get a bigger slice of our daily leadership bonus, you got to get more points. And the more points you get, the bigger your slice of our daily leadership bonus, folks. It's very, very simple. And the only question is, how big do you want your share to be? Now, it comes down to one simple thing, folks. If you can follow like 3 or 4 simple steps and place some ads and give away some Jubi Bucks, give away some free products, then I can show you how to actually get paid. I can show you how to begin building your own successful home-based business. Now, I want to share this with you because one thing I understand, if you're here today as a guest and you know, maybe you've been in other companies and it just didn't work out, or maybe you're here as a guest and you're brand new, and you might be asking yourself, can I do this? Well, let me tell you something. Absolutely you can do this. Let me share with you an absolute fact. The internet and direct sales have produced more millionaires than any other industry today working from home. So why not you? Why not you? This is where it's all happening. Now, the thing that I love most about JubiRev, Jubi Max is that you're going to be in business for yourself, but never by yourself. How many of you have been in businesses before? How many of you have been in businesses before where you were just kind of left on your own? You got started, had no idea what to do. How many of you have been in businesses before like that, where you were part of a company, but nobody ever really even showed you what to do? Folks, we have the absolute most active team I've ever seen. We have so many people helping one another. It's absolutely inspiring and encouraging to see all of the people working hard together. Bottom line is this: you're going to be in business for yourself, but never by yourself. Our step-by-step systems and full team support are able to help you succeed. So I want you to stop for just a moment. Just stop for a moment. And I want you to think about this. Do I have your attention? I just want you to stop and think about this for a moment. How would an extra paycheck monthly or even weekly change your lifestyle? I want you to think about that for just a moment. What about daily? Anybody out here on today's webinar think that an extra paycheck every month would help out? How about an extra commission check every week? How would you like to earn daily? That's the opportunity I'm going to share with you here today. And by the way, this is what's really cool. I've only had time here on today's quick webinar to talk about just one of the ways that you can earn. In our compensation plan, we actually will pay you 10 different ways. We have an amazing car bonus. Anybody out here on today like to be driving around town in a new Mercedes, maybe a BMW, maybe a Porsche or a Corvette? Well, I tell you what, if you qualify, I'm willing to help you make the payments on that as long as you stay qualified. So if you're serious, folks, we have the company that gives you the awards and recognition that you deserve, and we are one of the most exciting companies out there. Now, I also want to make sure that we have an opportunity to cover some updates because we've had big things happening here, folks. Big things happening here, and I want to make sure I can give you a couple of quick updates. We're also going to be doing some training. I'm going to be walking you through. If you're a guest here on today's call, I'm going to be walking you through how to go ahead and get your account set up, how to go through the official upgrade process here at JubiMax. And if you're a brand new member, I'm going to share with you here on today's call how you can give away JubiBucks so you can start earning points. And I'm also going to show you some marketing tips and tricks for like placing ads. And then if you are a promoter and a leader out here on today's call, I'm even going to show you where you can go through the cash out process. For those of you that may have missed it, on April 1, we had our very first commission run. Listen to this, folks. April 1, our very first commission run, multiple six figures, absolutely huge, broke records all around the world. So proud of all of you. And then 1 week later, April 8th, this past Monday, we did the unthinkable. We did what so many people just didn't believe we would be able to do. We went live on time with phase 3, which is the daily leadership bonus. So think about that for just a moment. How many of you are really impressed with how successful we've been able to launch here at JubiRev, JubiMax? How many of you realize that we have built a billion-dollar company, the infrastructure for a soon-to-be billion-dollar company, and we have met or exceeded virtually every deadline? Now, I'm not here to say that we haven't had a couple of snags, and I've got a list of about 18 people that I need to be personally calling to fix this or that. But on the whole, thousands and thousands and thousands of people have had a smooth opportunity to work with us here, and we are continuing to make amazing improvements every single day. So let me just say to anyone who might have experienced any bump, or for those of you that have noticed little things that we need to improve on, I want to say thank you so much for your patience. It really means a lot to our team. They're working so hard to make this company great, and I appreciate all of your positive feedback and input, and I sincerely appreciate your patience. But folks, let's talk about some quick updates, and then we are going to jump in here and we are going to go through some training. So if you're a guest here on today's call, again, hopefully you see right here on today's call that JubiMax is the real deal, that we have a system that can help you step by step begin to create your own successful business online and right from home. By the way, any guest out here on today's call want to just go ahead and raise their hand and say, hey, I'm in, this is it, I love it. If you are, go ahead and type in a Y, or just type in me. Tell you what, just type in me. And if you're a guest here on today's call and you say, hey, man, I like this company, let me just jump in here. Over we go. Welcome. Anybody else out here on today's call, a guest that's going to be getting started? Fantastic. You're awesome. We're going to make sure. Wow. Awesome. All right. Wow, I got to tell you, that's fantastic. Now, some of you, and that's a great question. So, folks, we have a lot of people getting started here today, no doubt about that. A couple of you have questions, and those are great questions. Let me just ask you this. If I can answer that question for you, and if I could show you how our company can meet or exceed your expectations on that question, would you be getting started with us here at JubiMax? Fantastic. Well, I'm going to do my very best here in just a few moments to answer those questions. And then here's what I'm going to do. We're going to make sure that you have an opportunity to get started step by step. All right. Fantastic. Welcome. Well, I got to tell you, it's great to have you. Awesome. Okay, folks, let's just jump in here. We got a whole bunch of people on today's call, so I want to make sure that we get through. Let's talk about some updates here, folks. Now, I'm going to blitz through here. And again, there's so many things happening that we're not even sure how I can't even send an email that long that gives all of the different updates. I'm going to do my best here though, okay? Number one, points, commissions are live, okay? So if you got started, we had our very first commission run on April 1. We've been running hourly commissions ever since, daily commissions ever since. We have customer testimonials pouring in. If you are on here on today's call, listen up, folks. If you are on here on today's call and you have been getting, and you got your products in the mail. In fact, let me just do this. How many of you out here on today's call have already got your product in the mail? How many of you have already got your product in the mail? If you have gotten your product in the mail, type in a Y. Cricket. Anybody there? Oh, there they go. Awesome. All right, fantastic. I've been seeing videos out there, okay? Awesome. So two things. If you've already gotten your product in the mail or via FedEx, however you had it shipped, I want you to give us a heartfelt testimony about the product. Now, if you just got the product and it tastes great and you're excited about that, give us a testimonial about that. I don't want anybody to make up testimonials. If you've only had the product for a couple of days, don't send in a testimonial and say, hey, I lost 30 pounds. That's not honest. Everything we do here at JubiRev, Jubi Max is 100% above board. We are an integrity group of people. So just give me an honest testimonial about how the product tastes, what you're hoping to accomplish with the product, why you're excited to try the product, and get those testimonials coming in. The best way to do that is put that in the support desk and ask them to forward it on to Jay Joshua. So just go log into your back office, put in a support ticket, and type it in there, and then send them in. Now, if you did order your product and you've not received it, feel free. And again, now if you ordered your product on Wednesday of last week, don't send in a support ticket, because it's going to take more than like a couple of days usually to get that to you. But if you ordered early on and you have not received your product, please create a support ticket so that we can go through and we can check on those. And we want to make sure that everything. So if it's been more than 5 or 6 days and you're in the U.S., then go ahead and put in a support ticket. If you're in Australia or you're in Europe and you ordered your product a week ago, there's no point in putting in a support ticket because it's going to take a little bit unless you ordered it, priority shipping. So, again, we want to make sure. There were actually 18 orders out of several thousand that we have been trying to call and reach and email and just need a little bit more information on. And so you may be one of those people. I want to make sure we can get your product out because, again, we have real products out there, folks, and we are a product-centric company. Let me tell you something real quick. The measurement of a good company, of a good business opportunity, if you will, is a company that has products and services that are sold in the marketplace at the price point that they're being offered, even without the opportunity attached. Why do I say that? I say that because at JubiMax we have real value. And as you get a little bit farther in the process, you're going to see some amazing things on these products that you're probably not even expecting. So really, really exciting. Another update here, folks, on Friday, that was yesterday, we actually went live, and this is fantastic, we went live yesterday with cash out. So those of you that have actually been earning, very, very important. If you have been earning, you are maybe ready to pull out a little e-cash. Well, cash out request went live yesterday, and I'm going to show you how here in just a couple of quick moments to get in and lock in on that. So that's most of the big updates here. Now we have another big one we need to talk about, and that is going to be Monday night. We have an amazing company update call this Monday night. We are going to be talking about daily ad placement at that time, and it's going to be fantastic. And the other reason why Monday night is so important is because Monday night will represent a huge milestone, our first week with the daily leadership bonus. So again, don't miss Monday night's call. It's really, really important. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, folks. We're going to jump in. That's most of the big announcements. I mean, we've got all kinds of things covered on Monday night's upcoming call, so we're not going to spend too much time on that. But I want to go through and do some training. Here's what I want to do. I want to segment the training here over the next few moments. Here's what we're going to do. we're going to do a little bit of training for those of you that are guests here on today's call, those of you that are promoters, leaders here on today's call, leaders and soon-to-be leaders. Of course, we are a company that inspires leadership. It is my goal to train and help create the next generation of leaders, so I hope you'll give me that opportunity. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a training walkthrough for guests here on today's call. Now, if you are a leader or a promoter, you need to watch this, because you need to be able to answer questions for people that are joining your team. And then we're going to cover a little bit of the cash out so everybody sees how that works. We're going to talk a little bit about daily ad placement so we can see how that works. So let me do this here, folks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pause the screen here for just a moment. So please bear with me, folks. And again, I am not the fastest person on the computer for these little things. So please bear with me here, folks. Please bear with me. And I'm actually going to just see if I can get my system to kind of log out. And we're going to do this all the way from the top, folks. Bear with me. Bear with me. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go to JubiMax.com. And let me just show the screen here. That should show the screen there. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Just a moment. All right, we need to make an adjustment here. Let's see if we can do this. I think this is it. All right, folks, so should be coming up right here on the screen. This is right here. This is what you see when you go to JubiMax.com, okay? This is typically what you see when you go to JubiMax.com. Now, I'm going to log in right over here where it says member sign in, so just a moment. All right, folks, so here we go. Here we go. We just got logged in here. It took me a couple of moments. I told you I was slow. So we went to JubiMax.com. We got the password page. Now I've logged in. Now when you log in, it takes you here. Now a lot of you had asked questions, you know, where can I learn more about the products and see the ingredients and stuff, and you can actually go all the way through here on this site, and you can actually learn about the products, etc. But when you want to get in, if you're here today as a guest and you want to go through and get started, I want you to click on that My Account tab. Click on the My Account tab. This is going to be what you need to take you through and help get you started. Now, right here on the My Account tab, I want you to notice number 5 on the important links. I want you to notice number 5. Number 5 is a special training webinar that we did here about a week ago that will do the same thing we're going to do here over the next few moments. It's going to actually walk you through, if you're a guest, how to get started and, you know, where to go to give away Jubi Bucks, etc., etc. So that was a really powerful training webinar, and that you can actually watch on demand 24/7, and that's a really, really good call. For those of you leaders and promoters that don't know about the First Wave bonus, by the way, here as a guest on today's call, I probably should have told you that when you get started now versus later, there's a tremendous incentive, a very valuable incentive called the First Wave bonuses, which pretty much make it so that you really should get started now, like right away, because it's absolutely fantastic. And so there's a little quick 6-minute webinar on that you can watch, and that's really, really important. Also, this past week, we uploaded ad placement training right here in the back office. We've got ad placement training that's going to kind of show you how to do that. We also have a recording of this past Monday night's call right here, number 1. It says Phase 3 is live. So if you're a guest or a leader or a promoter, be looking right here on important links, because there's a lot of great places there that we're putting important information for you and for your team. And for those of you that have been around for at least several days and have been building up your points, you should be able to watch every day the daily leadership bonus go live. People are really, really excited about that. But if you're a guest here on today's call, here's what I want you to do. If you're a guest here on today's call, I want you to first understand that you need to fund your account. So if you're a guest here on today's call and you'd like to get started, the first thing you're going to want to do is fund your account. Let me take you right over there, and I'm going to show you how to go do that. All you'll need to do is to actually start to click on the eCash. But here's what's going to happen as soon as you do that. As soon as you do that, if you're new, you're going to come to a screen that asks you to set up your PIN number. Now, why do we do this? We do this for your security. We do this to protect your important information. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, let's see here, we're going to pick a question. Who was your childhood hero? And my childhood hero was, of course, Superman. Make no mistake about it. He was awesome. And then I'm going to need to put in a PIN now. And again, the PIN is typically 4 digits. You can choose your PIN. Now I'm going to need to put in my childhood hero here, and there we go, Superman. So some of you are weighing in saying it should have been Batman. That is an argument we need to have at our first event, which we will do. I will tell you why Superman is the winner, but enough about that for now. So again, if you're brand new and you go through here, you are going to be prompted as you go through the financial pages and as you go through eCash, you're going to be prompted to create your PIN. Then all you need to do is click on eCash. And that'll take you over here to this load money page. Now let's see if I can get a good screenshot of that up. Okay. So again, you're going to go over to eCash and then the load money tab. And if you're brand new, it'll probably take you right there. Okay. Now, if you're a leader promoter here on today's call, this is important because you're going to want to make sure that you're able to help your team understand how to come in and load money. Now, there's several different options. The fastest way to fund your account so that you can actually get started here with JubiRev, Jubi Max, the fastest way is Payza, Solid Trust Pay, or online e-check if you're in the US, or wire transfer, or the JubiMax account. Well, that's actually all the different ways. The fastest ones are if you already have an account that is funded with Payza or Solid Trust Pay, that's going to be your fastest, okay? So again, if you already have an account that's funded with Payza or Solid Trust Pay, that's going to be your fastest. If not, you can use an online e-check here in the US. You can do a wire transfer from anywhere around in the world, or you can actually create your JubiMax account. That can take about 7 days or so to get mailed out to you in order for you to get funded. The JubiMax account is a great way to load additional money into your account later on. It's also a great way to get paid. We're going to be talking about that here. But again, if you're brand new, if you're a guest, this is the first thing you need to do. Now, in this account, I've gone ahead and I have funded this account already. Notice I've just zoomed in here, and you see that I've already funded this account with $2,800, okay? So in this training account, for the purposes of today's call, I have funded it with $2,800 in eCash. Now, we're going to go through and we're going to now upgrade this account. So if you're a guest here on today's call, what I want you to do is understand the first thing you got to do is you got to fund your account. Once you have your account funded, all you need to do is click on the upgrade button right up here at the top. All you need to do is click on the upgrade button, and you're going to select your auto ship. Now, we have 5 different choices for your auto ship, okay? 5 different choices for your auto ship. You can be a free associate, and you do have an opportunity to earn even as a free associate. However, you get more perks and more benefits when you upgrade. We have the Jubi 15, which is $15 a month, and that's going to actually keep your points. Your points are going to expire in 80 days, okay? So your points are going to expire in 80 days if you are at the Jubi 15. Now, remember that the more points you have, the more you are able to earn every day in our daily leadership bonus. So it really helps if you can have your points expire in a longer period of time, like the Jubi 50. Now, the Jubi 50, your points will expire in 85 days. The Jubi 100, your points will expire in 95 days. In the Jubi 200, your points are going to expire in 105 days. Now, your selection of your auto ship will also determine your rank, which is going to determine you know, a lot of the other commissions that you're going to be able to earn and how much you're going to be able to earn there. So you can actually go through, get with your sponsor on, you know, choosing the right one. The most important thing, folks, is that you know, you don't want to hurt your family. Don't take any food off the table here. Pick one that you're going to be comfortable with to get in, learn the system, and start working, and then go from there. Now, I'm going to choose the Jubi 200 for the purposes of this training, and I'm going to click continue. So again, just selecting my auto ship, click continue. It's pretty simple. Now on this page, you've got several different pre-selected amounts of Jubi bucks that you can purchase. Now remember, Jubi bucks are what you're going to use to give away. As you give away Jubi bucks to incentivize new customers, you're going to have an opportunity to earn points. You also use Jubi bucks to do virtual sampling, which is where you're giving away products. And so the bottom line is, as you're giving away products, as you're giving away Jubi bucks, you have the ability to earn points. So you're going to pick the amount of points. Now, you can also select a specific amount of Jubi bucks over here, but I'm going to select, for the purposes of today's training, I'm going to select 2,500 Jubi bucks, and I'm going to select continue. Now, here's what it tells you next. It tells you that you should pay close attention to making sure that you save some e-cash for shipping and handling if you are going to be choosing physical delivery products. Okay, so it's just letting you know that you want to save out a little e-cash for shipping. Okay. So we've spent 200 on the Jubi 200. We've spent 2,500 on the 2,500 Jubi bucks, and now we are asked to read and review and agree with the independent promoter agreement, which you can do that. And we're going to need to type in my full name here, and let's see here. So we've got boom, 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 and now we're going to click continue. And of course, all the information was on that page for you to review. So step 1, choose your auto ship. Step 2, choose the amount of Jubi bucks. And then step 3, agree to our independent promoter agreement. Now step 4, we just simply want to get in here and get started. Now you'll see we have 2,800 in e-cash balance. We are spending $2,700 here today. And all I need to do is put in my security pin that I set up earlier. And now I'm going to be able to click on that, and we are all good to go. Do you see this? So now you are a fully upgraded member at JubiMax. Very, very simple process. Now the next thing that you're going to want to be able to do is you're going to want to be able to go ahead and you're going to want to set up your auto ship. So you go to My Account, My Financials, and then you click on over here to, let's see here, click on over here to eCash. So you go to My Account, My Financials, eCash, Manage Auto Ship. Okay, a couple of little steps there, but again, My Account, My Financials, eCash, Manage Auto Ship, and now we're going to select the products that we want to order. And maybe you want to try our 24 karat gold daytime anti-aging serum. Maybe you want to try our Max Cardio, and maybe you want to try our Max Natural and our Max Slim. Let's see how much we've got there that we have selected. We are right at $199.96, so I'm going to configure my auto ship. And of course, back on that page, folks, you had the choice to select some digital delivery products that would have no cost shipping. So again, if shipping cost is an issue for you or someone on your team, or you know, maybe they're in an area of the world where shipping can take a long time or where shipping is expensive, you can choose from our low cost or no cost areas of product there. But we're going to go ahead and ship this. So for those products, the shipping and handling is $15.50, and I'm going to click next. And it's going to make sure that I put in my PIN number again, and I'm going to just go ahead and just debit these different things. Oh, got the wrong PIN number there. Just a second. There we go. And we are all good. And now all I need to do is put in my shipping information here. So I'm just going to put in my shipping information, and let's see if we can get that. And let's see here. There we go. And so now we filled in that information, and now we are right here, and it tells me that I've spent all but 4 cents on my Max Bucks. So what do we do now? Well, folks, let's kind of talk about it right here up at the top. Look at the top of the screen here. I'm going to zoom in on that. You see we've spent our e-cash, we've spent our Max Bucks by selecting our auto ship, and now we have 2,500 Jubi bucks. Now remember what I told you, folks. I said that the way that you participate in our daily leadership bonus is you've got to get points. Well, the more points you have, the bigger your slice of our daily leadership bonus. But how do you get more points? Well, here's how you do it. And this is where this is really important. I'm glad that we got everybody here on today's call, and we've got a great audience, because I want to be able to share with you what I promised to tell you about earlier, folks. And that is that we are a category creating company. We at JubiMax have solved the biggest challenge in online e-commerce. Anybody know what the biggest challenge in online e-commerce is? Anybody there? Anybody know what the biggest challenge in online e-commerce is? A couple of you have been out cooking eggs for breakfast or making some afternoon tea, and you have moved away from your keyboard. We have some people who have been on my webinars before. All right, anybody else? All right, so we got a lot of people out here that have attended some of these webinars. Glad to know that you're listening. Folks, let me tell you flat out, you can research this all day long. You can take a month and research this. Some of the world's top economists have been out here writing articles about it. Bottom line, real simple, folks, the number one challenge facing online e-commerce today is customer loyalty. That's the number one problem. The number one problem in online e-commerce is customer loyalty. Now, we here at JubiMax have changed the game. We are a category creating company. We have created with JubiBucks the ability for you to incentivize new customers, and then through the relationship you create with that customer and the ability to give that customer additional JubiBucks, we've given you the ability to solve the biggest challenge in online e-commerce, and that's you are gaining their loyalty. Let me take it back from the top. A lot of you know that there are other companies you could go work with to make money, and here's what happens. These other companies say, what do you got to do? Well, you got to go sell these expensive products and services to your friends and family that they probably weren't spending money on anyway. And so you say, okay, great, these are great products and services, and you go to your friends and family and you say, hey, I want you to buy this amazing juice product. And your family says, wow, that's kind of expensive. I don't have $100 a month to spend on that juice product. It tastes great, but I don't have $100 a month. Okay, that's mistake number one. At JubiMax, we go to friends, family, people that we know, online marketing. We go out to the public and we say, hey, listen, would you agree that you're spending several $100s to several $1,000s a month? You are. Fantastic. Well, I want to prove to you why switching stores and buying from me is so much better. Can I have a couple of minutes of your time if I can show you how to get some of our products and services for free? Boom. What did I just say there? Think about that. You see, a lot of these other companies you go to and your friends and family say, no, we can't afford to buy those products, they're too expensive. So what do they tell you to do? Well, you got to go and run an ad in the newspaper maybe. So you spend $500 to run an ad in the newspaper, and what happens? You get like 2 phone calls. So you get like 2 or 3 phone calls, you're on the phone with them, and you're like, yeah, I got this amazing juice product, and I want you to spend $100, $150 a month on it. And they don't know you from Adam. They have no idea who you are. They answered an ad in a newspaper, and they are not about to give you $100 to $150. You see, that business model is broken. What other companies are doing, for the most part, from what I see, is broken. And what I see are a lot of companies who are making big sales, but they're only making sales to their promoters. They're not selling products and services to the public. Now at JubiMax, we are different. Make no mistake about it. This is a category creating company. Our goal is to do one simple thing, to build a billion-dollar brand. Here's the message we're giving to you. You can go out and say to people, hey, listen, you're already spending a couple $100s, a couple $1,000s a month, right? Well, yeah. Well, I want you to switch stores. And as an incentive to switch over to our store, I'm willing to let you try some of our products and services for free. You do that by giving them JubiBucks. You do that by leveraging what I'll show you here in a moment, which is where you're using JubiBucks to give away virtual samples, okay? But either way, you're letting them try the products and services for free. Does everybody understand that? Everybody understand that the entire goal here is to incentivize new customers, that the entire goal is for you to be able to help us go out and get those customers from other places that they're currently shopping. Now here's the next stage. Loyalty. How do you keep their loyalty? Well, here's what I ask you to do. I ask you as an independent promoter to build a little relationship with your customer. Send them an email, reach out to them by phone. Some of you are going to do a better job at that than others, but I want all of you to give it 110%. I want you to do everything you can to build a relationship with your customers. And then here's the key. I want you to have a tool to incentivize their loyalty. So as you're earning here at JubiMax, sometimes you earn in eCash, Sometimes your award for a particular activity at JubiMax is additional Jubi bucks. Why do I do that? Why do I give you Jubi bucks for this and eCash for that? Well, I give you Jubi bucks because I want you to go to those customers who are loyal customers, and I want you to give them more Jubi bucks to incentivize their loyalty to stay here with JubiMax. Does everybody get how big this is? It's very simple, but does everybody get how big this is? That our goal as a company is to get people to simply switch stores to come to us, and then give you the tool to incentivize them to make it really easy, and then to give you the tools to be able to help them become loyal customers. That's what we do here at JubiMax. Everybody get that? And again, a really, really important, if you understand how big that is, if it's starting to sink in, that you can actually get paid to help people switch stores, and that at JubiMax we have literally broken through and solved the biggest challenge facing online e-commerce, which is loyalty, which you do by giving away Jubi bucks to existing customers. Boom. All right, let me show you how to get some points. Anybody out here on today's call want to learn how to get some points? All right, let's do this. Woo. All right. Everybody want to get some, anybody out here on today's call want to know how to go from Jubi bucks to Jubi points? Okay, Jubi bucks to Jubi points. Let's do it. Here's what you do, folks. Once you get up there, I just want you to click on Jubi points, and this is, you'll see there's no Jubi points there, okay? We want to fix that, so click on Jubi bucks, okay? Click on Jubi bucks. I'm going to have to zoom out because that is like a huge screen there. So here's what I did. I clicked on Jubi bucks because we want to go out and give away Jubi bucks to incentivize new customers. And then if you have any existing customers, you'll be able to actually use some of those Jubi bucks to incentivize other ones. But we're going to click on Jubi bucks, and then now we're going to be able to give some away. Here's how this works. Virtual sampling is going to be going live very, very soon. Okay? Virtual sampling works like this. Virtual sampling is where you're going to come over here and click Convert Inventory, and you're going to have specialized pages so that you can assign Jubi bucks to those pages, so that you can actually go away. You can actually go out and give away vacations, give away access to resort cards. The Jubi Trainer, you're going to be able to give away the Jubi Trainer. You're going to be able to give away Jubi samples. And anybody out here on today's call want an inside sneak peek? Anybody on today's call want an inside sneak peek at one of those pages? All right, all right. I really shouldn't, because I know here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. If I do this, then everybody who wasn't here is going to be all upset. Hang on, but we're going to do it anyway because I'm really excited about it. So hang on just a second here, folks. Hang on just a second. I'm going to give you a sneak peek because you deserve it. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of the virtual sampling pages so that all of you will know that this is something next level. In fact, I'm so confident that when you see this, most of you, it's a good thing it's early in the day for some of you. For some of you, if it's before bed right now, I just want to tell you, you need to leave the webinar. If it's before bed, you need to leave the webinar, because once I show you this, you're not going to be able to sleep tonight. It's game over, and you're going to be really, really disappointed at that point. So let me actually show you this here, folks. So I'm going to do this. I hope I don't regret it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it here on today's call. And this is a sneak peek, by the way, so that all of our guests understand. This is a sneak peek of one of the online pages that you're going to be able to drive traffic to that gives away one of our products here. And when you're giving away the product via this page, you're earning points. Let's take a peek and let's see if anybody likes this, because I got to tell you, this is just absolutely incredible. This is what is called a virtual sampling page, okay? This is a virtual sampling page. So what happens is you're able to actually drive traffic to this and send this to people, and they see it and they go, wow, I'll try that, because they get the product for free. All they got to do is pay for shipping, okay? This is how you go out and you get a customer, okay? Now, I got to tell you, this is next level. Make no mistake about it, folks. This is truly next level marketing. This is the very first time that affiliate marketing, online internet marketing, has actually connected with network marketing. And when I tell you, folks, that this is, in fact, a category creating company, you need to stand up and recognize that this is big. this is huge. We are on a march right now to our very first, and that's my goal, is big numbers. I'm not going to tell you what the numbers are, but I'm just going to tell you folks that we're going to come in here, we're going to work a little harder every day, we're going to work a little smarter every day, we're going to work together as a team every day, and folks, we are going to take this to the very next level. Now, when you share this page with people, and again, if you're new, this is just a little diversion from our daily training we're supposed to be doing here. But if you just simply send a link to friends or family or people that you work or people that you know, or you posted an online coupon sites and you say, hey, listen, I'm about to share with you a secret trick to literally turn your metabolism back into the hyperdrive, fat-burning, skinny jeans machine that it was when you were 22 years old. And I'm so confident that my products and services work that I'm actually willing to let you try it absolutely for free. And you get them to fill this out. Now, in this case, I think this is like I think when you are using this page and somebody takes advantage of it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that what happens is I believe it's 55 points. I believe that's what it is. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to sneak peek that, but I did it anyway, folks. So, but let's get back here because the virtual sampling pages like that, they're coming very, very soon. Now, we're also going to be talking very soon about the pro marketing system and some other really cool things. Hold tight on that. Let's go back. If you're brand new, you've got these Jubi Bucks, and you want to be able to give them away. And we're going to show you how to do that. But let's say you're an existing member first, and you're here, and you've already given away all your Jubi Bucks, and you want to buy more. We'll just click on Buy Jubi Bucks. So again, if you're an existing member and you want to buy some more, go right on over here. And you can just go ahead. I'm going to buy 50 more Jubi Bucks right here. I just typed in 50 over in that left one. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and just buy 50 more. I'm going to put in my pin here. Boom, boom, boom. And hopefully I got that right. And then we are good. Now you'll notice that our Jubi Bucks now say 25.50. Do you actually see how that worked? We now have 25.50 right there. Okay. So so that's how you buy Jubi Bucks. Now the convert inventory page is where you're going to be able to take some of your existing Jubi Bucks and you're going to be able to allocate them or give them over to the very special virtual sampling pages like what you saw that I kind of snuck a peek to everybody on. I know I'm going to get in trouble for that, but that's okay. My team is going to be like, you didn't even show that to me, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll deal with it. Now, here's the thing. When you want to be able to give away Jubi Bucks, you choose denominations right over here. I'm going to zoom in now, folks. Bear with me. I'm going to zoom in here. Now, this is how it works. You've got 2,550 Jubi Bucks, and you want to start giving them away. So you select a denomination. Now, everybody has a different opinion on this, and you can talk to your leaders and uplines and team trainers. Everybody's got a different opinion on this. Me personally, I want you to take a reasonable percentage of the total Jubi Bucks that you have. If you've got 2,550 Jubi Bucks, maybe you want to give somebody 75 to try. Okay, maybe you want to give somebody 75 to try. Maybe you want to give them 100 Jubi Bucks to try if you're sending it to people that you know are going to get a great benefit from it and are going to be, through this process, somebody who can potentially be a long-term real customer for Jubi Max. Again, want to repeat to all of you, the goal of being able to give away Jubi Bucks is to help the company and you actually get new customers that we can keep their loyalty month after month, because we have a hybrid compensation plan here, folks. There's a uni level here that is absolutely, in my opinion, our uni level, which is part of our compensation plan, which we didn't cover, and we only covered one out of the total of 10 different ways you get paid. But the uni level is what I believe has the very biggest opportunity to literally create life-changing income. I mean, it's not the most exciting. I mean, no doubt the daily leadership bonus is the most exciting reason. It's something that everybody resonates with. It's going to be the best thing for Joe Average and Susie Average to get in here and get started. But as you begin to grow, and if you're here on today's call and you're very serious about making an extra 500 or an extra 1,000 or an extra 3,000 or an extra 10,000 or an extra 15,000 a month, you need to take a serious look at Comp Plan PDF and how that uni level works. You need to imagine having your own group of customers out there that you're getting, you're getting commission on month in and month out. So you're going to want to choose it. Now, a lot of you that are just getting started, you may only have 50 Jubi Bucks or 100 Jubi Bucks. So for you, I would say maybe 10 is the right answer. Maybe you want to give away 10 Jubi bucks. Now, the least that you can give away on here, I believe, is 5 Jubi bucks. Okay, so you can give away 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. You've got to choose what the right number is for you based on how many Jubi bucks that you have and who you're going to be sharing the links with. Now, here's how it works. You're going to then take, once you've updated it, okay, and you're going to then grab this link, and you're going to be able to click on this link. Now, everybody watch this. This is training. Watch this. When I click on this link, hang on just a second. When I click on this link, people get, this is what happens when you click on the link. And people say, well, wait a minute, Joshua, I don't understand. How is that page going to get me a customer? I don't understand. It's because you're still logged in, folks. So if you click that because you want to see how it looks, that's okay, but you're still logged in. So let me show you. We're going to pick an odd number. Let's do this. Let's go pick 36. I don't know if anybody's giving away 36 or not, but I just picked 36, right? Now, I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to log out. Oops, I'm still paused. Sorry, still paused. So now I'm going to paste in that link, and I want you to see what it looks like. This is what your prospects are going to see, folks. This is what your prospects are going to see, okay? They're going to see this, that you're giving them 36 Jubi bucks to go spend at JubiMax.com. Now, they're going to be able to fill in this form right here on the right. Okay, I'm going to fill this in with some information here. Now, I want everybody to understand you got to be really, really careful filling in these forms with fake information or testing information, because we have a system here, folks, that is no joke. And you know, it's very important that we maintain the integrity of this system. And so some of you you know, may end up in a situation where you're like, wow, I don't really understand, you know, how come it didn't allow that to work, or how come it didn't allow this to work? Well, here's the thing. It really comes down to one thing. We are here to make sure that this system has integrity. So there's going to be some security, and some of you have struggled with this, and I apologize for any inconvenience with the security, but it is there because we are building a company, and we have to be very careful, and that's it. So I filled in the information here, folks, and I'm going to click on the claim your Jubi bucks, and I know you're not seeing that on the screen, and then that's okay. So let's just see here. Let's see here, that email. Oh, I got you. So that email was already taken, so I need to start over here. That's why I'm not showing this part of the screen, because I know I was going to mess it up a little bit. That's all right. Let's see here. So now I've done this, and let's see, what did I do wrong now? Invalid username. Let me try this again, folks. All right, I'm not very good with this stuff, so let me just try this again. What I'm going to do, see, I think I hit my own security. I was sitting here telling everybody about, you know, be careful, you're going to hit security. Well, then that's exactly what I did. So let me try a new tab and see if I can get that. What I was going to do is try to see if I can create, I may have to get my tech support to help me create a quick customer here. There we go. Username is going to be, let's see here. I got it. Please bear with me, folks. Please bear with me, folks. I'm a little slow here on this. What I'm doing is I am signing up to be a customer under this training account, and I've hit our own internal security. So I'm going to see if I can get some help here from the team and see if they will let me get through this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see here. I got it. Woo! Look at me. Go, Josh. All right, fantastic. Here we go. Everybody see this, should be able to see the screen here in just a moment. Man, I'm proud of myself. Woo! I did it. That's awesome. So what I've done is I was able to create a customer who accepted those Jubi bucks. Okay, so now I have this customer. Now I got to be clear with you. Our system is looking for, you know, any customers coming through that are not real customers. Okay, so just so you know, this system is designed to look for real customers. That's what we want. So, but here's what I've done. I've got this one customer, and see, I've got 36 bucks. So now I can come over here as a new customer, and I can click on, oh, let's just click on the weight loss here. And again, this is from the customer view. This is from the customer view. And I can go through here. And while I'm over here shopping, you know, I can actually go through here, and I'm going to get one of these little puppies. And you can actually see that it's $44.99. I can continue shopping if I want to, or I can actually go over here to my cart, and I'm going to go ahead and check out. See how that works. So again, we just click on continue here, and then it's going to ask me to go through here, and then I'm going to make sure on, I believe, step 4 that I apply my Jubi bucks to that order. Now, here's what I'm going to do though. I'm going to log out of this account, and I'm going to log back into the training account for today's webinar. And what we're going to do, let me do that right now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through here, and let's go see if we can find that customer, because this is really important, folks. Really important. I'm about to show you guys something really cool, and a lot of you have not probably seen this before, so this is going to blow you away. It's really going to get you excited here, folks. Here we go, and here we go, almost there. Give me just a moment, and we are in. So now I just logged into my account. You can see this coming up here on the screen. Just a moment. There we go, logged into my account. But I need to click here on my account. Now click on my account, and it will take me in here. It'll take me inside my promoter back office. Now, I'm going to go back over, and I'm going to click on Jubi. Whoa. Look on over here, folks. Look on over here. See, I just gave away, look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this. We got to, how do I zoom, folks? I'm excited. I'm too excited to be able to move my keyboard right. Look at this. Woo, I don't know if I messed that up really bad or not, but do you see it? Everybody see, I got 36 points, right? I got 36 points. Plus, I picked up my first wave bonus, so I got an extra 10%. That's why I've got 39.40 right there. Everybody see that? Just want to make sure everybody can still see the screen correctly. Everybody see the Jubi points there? I know I've zoomed in, and it's kind of messy here on the screen. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Can everybody see that? My Jubi points. There we go. Okay. So I just gave away Jubi bucks, and I got Jubi points. Now, how come I didn't get 36 Jubi points? Well, I didn't get 36 Jubi points because I got an extra 10% for being a first wave member, okay? But I don't want to stop there. Let's see what else I can go do. Hang on just a second. So I'm going to click back over here to Jubi bucks, and you'll notice that I am now down to 25.14. I was at 25.50. Now I'm down to 25.14. because I gave away 36 Jubi bucks. But now what do I want to do? Wow, I want to maybe I want to give that customer a few more Jubi bucks. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, maybe I talked to them on the phone and they said, hey, it looks really great, but I'm just not really sure. Maybe I want to go give them, let's say, hey, look, if I gave you an extra 5 Jubi bucks to let you go ahead and try this product and try it for free today, would that help you actually get it shipped out to you? Okay, if they say yes, then fantastic. So here's the thing that we want to be able to do. Or maybe they've ordered from you before. Remember now, we have a system here that not only helps you go out and get customers, but to incentivize loyal customers to keep buying. So you click right over here on the assign, and it's going to make me put in my PIN. Just a moment. There's my PIN. And let's say that I want to assign that person even just 1 Jubi buck. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to assign them 1 Jubi buck. And then boom, it's done. Now, let's go back up here. All right, let's go back over here to whoa, see there, 25.13. Everybody see how that works? 25.13. What does that mean? It means I just gave away 1 Jubi buck to an existing customer to incentivize them to go buy some more product and to help keep their loyalty. And look, I got more Jubi points. That's how the system works, folks. And again, this is awesome. I got to tell you. Now, I just want to tell you about one more quick thing here. Let's say that for just a moment, anybody out here on today's call have a favorite aunt? Anybody out here on today's call have a favorite aunt? Maybe a great grandmother, you know, or a great niece. Let me tell you why I ask. When I was a kid, I would go every year on my birthday, and my birthday is on June 27th. And I would every year, starting about June 7th, I would start going to the mailbox every day. I'd be like, hey, I'll go to the mailbox. I would go to the mailbox because I was hoping for a birthday card, right? I was hoping for a birthday card. And every year I had like 3 or 4 or 5 family members who always sent me a birthday card. And I'm a little red in the face right now, folks. I'm a little embarrassed, but I got to be honest with you. The first thing I did, and maybe some of you will admit to it as well, I would rip open that birthday card and see how much cash was inside, right? Because, my great aunt would always send me like $10 or $20, and my great grandmother would always send me $5, right? And so I would go and I would get these birthday cards and I would open them up, and inside I'd get a little bit of cash. Well, if any of you here have an aunt or a favorite family member or maybe a good friend that you really want to kind of reward them for all the awesome things they ever did for you, and maybe you don't want to give them 36 Jubi bucks. Maybe you want to give them 200 Jubi bucks. Maybe you want to let them, because they were so good to you and sending you things in your sending you birthday cards all those years you were a kid. I don't know. Maybe they're just somebody who is has a really big sphere of influence. Maybe there's somebody that you just kind of know. Maybe you just want to give this one person more Jubi bucks than what you're advertising regularly. Maybe you want to give them 200. The maximum that we allow you to give one person to get started is 400. And there's this little link down here that says coming soon. So if you have a favorite family member or friend or somebody who has a big sphere of influence, somebody that you want to give more Jubi bucks to than just what you're normally marketing, because you believe that that is going to incentivize them at a different level to go and really become a customer of ours, then you're going to be able to use this create personal invite link right here so that you can actually send your favorite aunt maybe 200 Jubi bucks, okay? Or maybe an attorney friend of yours or a doctor friend of yours or somebody that you know that is really big into health and wellness. And maybe you want to send them one of all of our products. So you're going to be able to use this create personal invite link here to actually go in and maybe send them 200 or 300 or 400 Jubi bucks. And then that way you don't have to worry about going out and advertising that link with so many Jubi bucks. So that's going to be coming soon, and that's going to be really, really awesome. Now, I did promise to talk about a couple of quick things here. I want to show you how to place your ads every day, and I want to show you cash out here. But I do want to remind everybody that we've got a big company update coming here this Monday. Make sure that you go over to JubiRev, JubiRev training.com. Go over to JubiRevTraining.com and make sure that you get registered for the Monday night company update call. Got big things happening there, JubiRevTraining.com. But don't go anywhere, because I want to tell you about placing an ads, because you've seen here that I got in, I got my account funded with eCash. I set up my subscription, which is Max Bucks. I purchased some Jubi bucks. I gave them away. I even went back in and I incentivized the continued loyalty of an existing customer, and now I'm earning Jubi points. Folks, the more points you have, the bigger your share of our daily leadership bonus. Simple as that. So every day, we go through and we did it we actually paid on Sunday night, so we paid early. So everybody on the April 8th webinar got to see that. We paid it on Sunday, we paid it on Monday, we paid it on Tuesday, we paid it on Wednesday, we paid it on Thursday, we paid it on Friday, and guess what? Well, we're going to pay it again here late tonight. But if you want this next week to be able to have those Jubi points qualify you to participate in our daily leadership bonus, you need to place an ad every day. Because again, I need your help to help us as a company build our brand. So where do you go to do that? Well, you click over here where it says marketing on the left. So right over here on the left, you click on marketing, and you see where it says daily ad placement. You see where it says daily ad placement? And all you need to do is come over here to sample approved daily ads, and you're going to be able to see some ads that you can go run. Okay, see that? You can see ads already pre-made for you to go out and run. Do you see the hybrid ads? These are ones that are kind of a, kind of a blend. And we've got banner ads over here that you can run. Look at some of these banner ads over here. Okay, see some of these banner ads. So we've got all these different pre-made ads and videos in our sample approved daily ads. And then all you'll need to do every day, really important, folks, if you want to participate in that day's daily leadership bonus, make sure that you come over here and put in where you place your ad, the type of ad that it is, and a link to where that ad can be viewed, and then some additional comments, and then click submit. Now, because of the time constraints that we have on today's call, if you want to learn more about the daily ad placing requirement, two things. One, click on the home page where it says ad placement training. It's a short video. I think it's about 16 minutes. Let's see here. I believe it's about 16 minutes or so. We'll know here. Yeah, 13 minutes. 13 minutes, folks. Not too long. 13 minutes, and you can learn how to place your ad every single day, and that's going to help you give away Jubi Bucks. It's also going to qualify you, one of the qualifications for your daily leadership bonus. Very, very important. Also, for all of our leaders here on today's call that want to know how to go through the cash out process, all you'll need to do is click on eCash. Oops, going to need to put in our pin here again, folks. Going to click on eCash, and you're going to scroll all the way over on eCash to cash out. So all the way over to cash out, and so right here we've got we've got some options here. You can actually cash out to your JubiMax account card. You can cash out to Payza or Solid Trust Pay, and you can kind of go through that process. Now we're going to be covering that on the Monday company update call, as well as ads. So those are going to be two big things that we're going to be covering on the company update call. Our ad placement requirements, which, by the way, those are beginning to be enforced here as I believe on Monday. We're going to talk about that, and as well cash out, folks. We're going to be covering that, and that should give you all of the tools that you're going to need to get started here. So again, folks, we are, my goodness, at about 90 minutes here for our Saturday business briefing and training call. For all of you guests here on today's call, I know this was probably a little bit longer. I see that a lot of you went ahead and stayed for the entire call. That's awesome. Really says a lot about your commitment to your business and how serious you are and how serious you are about building a successful business, and I want to thank you for that. And I want to let you know that I'm really, really looking forward to having an opportunity to work with each and every one of you. For you leaders and promoters, you're doing a fantastic job. You know, I'm just so proud of each and every one of you, and I just want you to keep up the good work, continue to grow, continue to build. Remember that TikTok, there is a deadline on the first wave bonus. Again, folks, TikTok, there is a deadline on the first wave bonus. You don't want to miss it. It's very powerful, and it can help position you and your team in a place where you really have an opportunity to be richly benefited for a long time to come. So don't miss that. The details on the first wave bonus are number 4. Let me tell you, the first wave bonus is something you can watch. If you click number 4 right there under important links, because the first wave bonus is something you should be out. I mean, it's great for you, but you should also be leveraging it to go out and incentivize people to join us. I mean, the first wave bonus is, I mean, my goodness, it was so powerful that I had to go back to the founders bonus and add some things to it so the people who joined at the founders level weren't upset about how great the first wave bonus was, okay? So it's absolutely fantastic. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and close out this absolutely amazing webinar. Thank you all so much for joining me here on this lovely and wonderful Saturday. I'm going to close out this webinar with just a couple of quick thoughts like I normally do, because I really do believe that if you want more in life, you have to become more. I believe Jim Rohn said that. But one of the things that I also believe is that not only do you have to become more, but if you want more in life, you have to find a way to help others get more. And so I truly believe that in order to live in abundance, you have to live a life of service. And so the challenge for all of you here on today's call is to see in your own life what you can do to help others more. What can you do to help your customers more? What can you do to help your prospects more? What can you do to help your friends and family and neighbors more? Remember that in order to get more, you have to be able to help other people get more. And I really do believe that a life of gratitude and a life of service is the key to happiness and success. And what more could you possibly ask for? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real privilege and a real pleasure here to work with each and every one of you. JubiRev, JubiMax, you know, a lot of people said it couldn't be done. A lot of people said, they're not going to go anywhere. A lot of people said, well, you know, maybe they're going to be just like other companies. Well, let me tell you something, folks. We are not at all like any other company. We are completely unique. We have our own category creating compensation plan. We have our own unique and proprietary products and services. We are, in fact, a category creating company. And the very best part of it is every one of you. And so I am deeply grateful to have the opportunity, the real privilege to come out here and work with all of you. It's been fantastic, and we're just getting started. So with that said, folks, go out, give it 110%, do your very best, plug in. I'll see each and every one of you at the top, on the inside, and on the beaches of the world. Bye for now, everyone.
So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please get back to the person that shared this video with you, or you can send a support ticket from your JubiRev back office. Thank you. We look forward to hearing of your success.